Yo. There we go. Okay, it's back. Hello, 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 hello. My monitor's kind of a little off. Just bump that. This way. Weird. What up, guys? Hello. Sorry, I'm messing with my camera now. What up, y'all? Hello, 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 hello. What's up? What up? Didn't stream once during Streamer University, so are you going to admit to wearing a disguise? No. Is Streamer University over? Did it stop? Is it done? Long time no see. How's the bed scene coming? It is coming. It's fine. It is fine. Okay. That seems good. I kind of want more camera movement here, but I don't know. Let's see. Was finally using the cooking animations? Maybe. I'm just kind of messing with stuff right now, yo. Seeing where the winds take us. That's a toothbrush, right? How is everybody doing? Pretty chilling? How do you use a toothbrush? I'm like trying to think. You're like, I feel like in animation it's always like so like emphasized from the side maybe. Also, don't really have to have her brushing her teeth. It could just be like. My only worry is that it might look like she's like fucking vaping or some shit. Maybe not. Contextually, like she's like getting up in the morning and it's gonna be like a montage of her kind of like getting ready, quote unquote. Not really, but like, you know, it's the morning time, she's gonna brush her teeth. So like maybe in context it won't look like she's vaping, but I am like, if it's just random pink object, it might kind of come off like she's vaping or some shit. I don't know. Maybe I'm cooked for thinking that, but. That does nothing. Why is it such a tiny mesh like over here? Whatever file I'm in is so fucking. This song is actually insane. Sorry, this one's getting a skip. It'd be a little too chaotic for the vibe. Let the vacuum sing? Real. Realistically, we're never actually gonna see this, so it's fancy ass toothbrush. Toothbrush etiquette. Worried none of this is translating right now in terms of like looking like a toothbrush. world where she could be like leaned all the way over. Or like, like tweak. What up, Rocky? Hello, hello. It's a little better. Working on a model using a friend's drawing as reference. The hair is layered and ends with sharp tips, but I'm not sure how to go about that on Blender. Hair is tough, man. Hair is tough. Wicked posture. Dude, she's tired. Leave her be, bro. It does look fucking fried from this angle, but matter. Like, I might be kind of lame and just have the toothbrush be in her mouth instead of trying to animate her using it, because I just feel like it's weird. Like, trying to get, like, I don't know. It's kind of an awkward thing. So, I don't know. Now you really want people thinking she got a green jewel, which makes sense. Yeah. No. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Oof. Are streamers sold out to big nicotine? Well, never that. Do you think it would be funny to maybe, is he supposed to be asleep? I could have him in like different missions. All just sprawled out. I guess I should say this is the video too. Shot too. How the hell did that get hit in? What? Hello, Hext. Hello. Since the last stream I moved, everything I own all alone in a new apartment. Wow. Congrats. It's exciting. Oh, shoot. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ugh. Yeah. Echo, eat your food, brother. Eat, dude. Why are you being weird? So Rosebud and Thorn? Hard-hitting questions that I don't have answers for.
が出てるスープですね。それに一番マッチするようなやり方になってるので、どうしても醤油ベースがおすすめです。タレの中にはいろいろと入ってます。もちろん醤油あるいは塩ですね。それからうまみ成分とかそういったものが。出てるスープですね。それに一番マッチするようなやり方になってるので、どうしても醤油ベースがおすすめです。タレの中にはいろいろと入ってます。
It's been years since the last one. Keeping it that way. Years and years and years will pass before I ever do that again. I refuse. I refuse. I'm like trying to figure out a way to incorporate this, but I feel like this might not work. I don't know. I guess I could animate the other one. I was kind of like, the idea was that I thought it would be fun to try and incorporate some old stuff that I had done. And I kind of like this idea of having this like bit where as Hinata's getting ready in the morning, there's also just this like ramen shit playing in the background as like some like cooking show. It like kind of is working. I don't know why I'm not liking it. I don't know. Like trying to decide. I'm gonna turn off the music for a second and listen to just the audio that I have and like think about. Why is the... Are there... When's the review stream? I don't know. I think in this next shot, so we have like her, like the sequence is gonna follow as her leaving her room and like literally waking up. So first shot, waking up, walking out. I just wonder if I'm like literally spending too much time on the ramen scenes just because I have so much animation that I could show. I might cut these down, but then next shot will be this, and then I think the shot after this can be like maybe like classic, like oh, like her from the left, like still this framing, but like her throwing shit, you know, like getting ready like really dramatically. Maybe you see like a shoe, a shirt, like maybe some dumb gag item, I don't know. And then one more shot like this, and then maybe a cut here of her like fully in her outfit, and like her looking at the TV all nice and ready for the day. Maybe I can have this guy wake up in this shot, and then he's like actually awake. Review streams I want to do soon. I would review stuff today if people wanted to send shit, but I also want to do like a proper stream where I like actually hit up people, but if there are people that want to send me shit, I'd look at stuff today too. I find it cool to incorporate old stuff into new scenes. I do it a lot personally. I'm like so down for the idea. I think I'm just like, I don't know. It like depends on what it is, right? I think I struggle a lot where like I make something and then literally like not even 24 hours later when I look at it again, I think about what I could do differently to make it better in my mind, right? And that's kind of like a hard thing to like overcome with all of my work, because then I make stuff that I like, and if I overcome that and make something that is like somewhat of a complete project, it's just more time that I'm sitting with it and more time that I grow like tired of looking at it. So I have a lot of stuff that I don't use, and then I look back on it like 2 years later and I'm like, ah, that's not that bad. So like specifically this ramen scene, I made this shit like literally 2 years ago or something. This shit is old as fuck, and I had a different idea for it, and I almost finished it, but then I kind of just sat on it, and then I went and looked at it again recently, and I was like, this is kind of good, but like I would never just like post it by itself, and I kind of like this idea of like tossing it in as a gag of like, oh, like there's like, it's not even a gag, it's just like a bit to just flesh out this scene and kind of like add lore or like depth to it, and like kind of also have an excuse to post the like extra like 4 shots or 5 shots of ramen cooking that I have, kind of actually make it into something, because I feel like I need to not sit on stuff. I feel like it's bad for my soul to like sit on certain things for too long. It's something that I need to be better about, because I really do like sit on shit that I probably shouldn't, and I feel like I need to at the very least post it in any capacity or move on from it. Real ones were here during the ramen making. Was I streaming this shit? Maybe I was, right? I feel like I probably streamed a little bit of it. It was so long ago. What would be so wrong with posting it by itself? I don't think there is anything wrong with posting it by itself. I think I'm just like probably too like, it's the double-edged sword, right? In my mind, I think there is personally something good about having like discipline in what you post and when you share things. I don't think that everything I make should be shared, even if I think it's good or whatnot. I think that it's important to like dig deeper and make shit, and maybe not post it just because it's like good enough or something, right? Like I think that like if you're sharing your art online or sharing it with people, I think it's important to really kind of make sure that there's like something truly there with the final thing that you share. Like I think it's, especially nowadays, I think it's too easy, or like too, I don't know. I think a lot of artists I see online, I think, and this is my own opinion, I don't think this is law, but I do think that a lot of people overly share and are too eager to share any one little thing they work on. And I think that sometimes that can be, as like the end consumer of an artist's work, undesirable. It's like, I don't know that I want to see literally everything you work on. I think you totally have the right to do so, but I think that sometimes it can lessen the impact of the final thing that you're seeing. And I think that sometimes I have to really think hard about like what I'm wanting to share and when I share it. Not everything has to be like the next Van Gogh or like your magnum opus, of course, but I think that like, I don't know, like this ramen scene, I had an idea that I did not finalize, and just posting this like 30-second clip that does not have a resolute ending or like actual final shot would be weird. Like, even though I did the audio for it and I think it looks cool and it's kind of cool by itself. So this is my workaround. I'm incorporating it into something else 2 years later where it like kind of works, or at least like contextually has significance, because now it's part of this world, not just as a random sequence of some dude starting to cook ramen, but it's part of this show that they're watching in this world. And I might even have a bit where they actually like stop and go eat food together, and now it's like contextually like part of their relationship and their dynamic. It's like they were both like hanging out and this like ad or like show came on, and they're both like so compelled by the sequence of ramen being made that they went and got food, you know, and then it's like a thing. And if I just posted it 2 years ago, maybe I would have forgotten about it and not used it for this, you know? Maybe I would have posted it and then gotten likes on Instagram or some shit and then moved on. And like, it wouldn't be the end of the world that I wouldn't have it now, but it wouldn't be as significant because it would just be some random shit I posted a little bit ago, but now it's like part of a thing. I don't know. I think that only comes from sitting on stuff. I don't think it's like, I don't know. It's weird. It's like but then the problem is that I do think that it's maybe problematic that I sit on shit for that long, you know? But I think it's the only way that like ideas actually like nurture or grow into something more significant. Like the first iteration, I don't know. I think as like an artist, it's important to like have the discipline towards yourself to like iterate, even if you think it's good, right? Like pushing past that, like, oh, I made something that I'm proud of, and still like looking for more is how you grow as an artist, I think, or like truly like excel and like dig deeper. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's bad to just post shit either, though. Like, if you're happy with how it looks and you just want to share it with homies, like, that's so valid. Like, super chill to do, you know? But, like, I think if you're trying to, like, do more with your work, it requires some, like, some, deeper digging. I think so. I remember a few of those shots too well. Interesting. I I what was I gonna respond to? Sorry, I like looked at my phone. Things that are bad on the soul, sitting on stuff, not saying your rose and thorn. My rose and thorn, my rose is. I was gonna try and make some mean joke and be like, my thorn is you asking me that question, but that's too mean spirited. I don't know. My thorn was not getting tickets to Odyssey. Super, super my thorn. Actually, no, my real thorn. Nah, this is actually my real thorn. I was playing Scrabble last night with the homie, and I had this amazing setup to write. in Scrabble, if you do all your tiles, it's like extra points. And I had this crazy word set up, but like you can, when you're playing Scrabble online, there's so much context to this, or like additional information needed, but like when you're playing Scrabble online, you can see what is in the tile bag, and there was a bunch of ins left, and my word was inquiry that I was trying to write out, and I needed an in, but there was like a shit ton of ins. And I knew that if I played this U, I had a U left, this was towards the end of the game, if I played this U, there was an incredibly high chance that like the next letter I got would be an in, and then I would have all my tiles spell out inquiry for my next turn. The problem was I could not place U anywhere on the board except for this one spot. So I skipped my turn and waited for the homie to play something and see if I could put the U off of their shit. Because the only U that could work was where I wanted to build the word inquiry, because it would have hit a double word and a triple word letter, and it would have been insane. I skipped, he played something, I couldn't put the U, and I folded under the pressure of the time limit and put the U where the inquiry would have gone, and of course I got the in so I could spell it out, and then he played something that I could have put a U off of, so if I skipped one more time, I could have put the U there, but I put it where I put it, and it like soft locked me out of being able to put inquiry, and it literally costed me the ability to play that word, and I cannot explain how much that upset me. Like, I don't know why it like blew the fuck out of me. Like, I don't know. That was my fucking thorn. Truly my thorn. Like really blew me, bro. I don't know. Truly upsetting. I'm still upset when I think about it right now, because it would have just been like like I probably would have scored like over 100 points or something, and it would have been really cool. And instead I was impatient, and I should have skipped one more time. Hindsight, dude. If I skipped one more time, I would have been able to put the U somewhere else and had that spot. I would have got my end tile. Devastating. Rose is something good that happened. I don't know. I watched The Swimmer, and that was a really good movie, and I enjoyed that. And then Bud. Am I gonna do another movie? I don't know. Bud is hopefully seeing Odyssey this week, because I would really like to go watch that movie. I have tickets that are really good seats, but they're at 6 a.m. and I'm uncertain if I will actually go at 6 a.m. So I'm hopefully going to try and get tickets for a better time. But I guess that's my Bud. All my shit's movie related. What can I say? I watch Kino. I'm a Kino enjoyer. Oh, you know what my rose actually was? I don't know if that was that might be over a week ago, but my rose, I'll switch to my last stream with y'all. My last stream was really awesome. We got raided, a lot of people joined, and like, it was a good vibe. That was a good stream. I enjoyed that stream a lot. See, that pent-up stress from words with friends would have done numbers to your body, because the body keeps score. Thank you for sharing. It wasn't words with friends. It is just literally like playscrabble.com or some shit. But, I mean, words with friends is Scrabble, right? Okay, let's see if I can get this idea that I have in my head translated. She will be off screen. This will be 3. I should name these shots, not versions, because that's going to confuse me later, probably, but... So in this shot, it's gonna be like shit flying out, you know? She's like in her room, like digging through stuff, and it's like comically like things are flying everywhere, right? And that's kind of the idea. We'll have 1 second of nothing, and then shit will get thrown in. Let's go here. Not save this. Moving out to New York City August 1st, do you have any advice or anything you would have told yourself when first moving there? I don't know. That's a crazy question, TBH. Like, I feel like is there anything I would have told myself? Like, I don't know. Not really? I think New York is a trip. Like, you kind of gotta just, like, let it happen, you know? You got a job and everything set up already? What are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about New York. Responding to him, probably. I don't know. That's a crazy question. I think that, like, immediately I'm trying to think about, like, who I was before I moved to New York. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm personally, I'm thinking of your question way differently, unfortunately, than you probably would want. But, like, I don't know that I'd, like, tell myself anything, you know? Which is, like, a dumb answer to your question, you know? Because I get that you just want, like, maybe advice, but, like, I don't know. Just embrace it, enjoy it. I think that, like, you'll have expectations that won't be met, but then things will be different in a good way, you know? Like, I think that New York definitely is as cool and magical as people make it out to be. And it's also, like, crazy and, like, bad in other ways, but it's awesome. It's a beautiful place. I literally would not want to live anywhere else in America. So, I don't know. You gotta make the most of it, for sure. But, I don't know. It's exciting. Congrats. Come to Nebraska? I already have a house rented. I'm gonna apply to jobs today and tomorrow. I'm going for college 3D animation and I'm moving with my best BSF. That's cool. You're going to school out here? That's awesome. Really excited to meet other artists and to climb. I love the gyms there. The gyms are interesting. I'm, as somebody who's, like, only just started climbing, like, in the last few years, there's, like, I don't know. Like, I love, like, I mean, I think the best gym out here is GP81 for sure. But that's because it's, like, outdoor style. But I climb at Vital because it's the fucking, just in terms of the money that you spend, you just get so much more because there's so many, like, their gyms are just fucking huge. But I think it's cool. It's probably not, like, in like in the grand scheme of, like, the world, like America, like, the gyms are probably pretty mediocre, I would say. Like, personally, I don't know. Like, I bet if you were to go to, like, Colorado, there's probably, like, way crazier gyms, but they're cool. I do think that, like, Vital is, like, very flashy and, like, pretty looking, and the Lower East Side location is just absurd. There's not quite anything like it, but, like, in terms of setting, I don't know. Vital is so peak. It's cool. I think that Vital is like, I don't know. I go there, but like I don't know. You go to the middle of nowhere and suddenly there is a Costco-sized gyms. I'm flying to New York City next month for some family business. Hopefully gonna check out the job market and the scenery. Nice. I don't love the bouldering in Vital, but I like the boards and spray wall. Yeah, I didn't realize this, but like Vital is one of the only gyms in the city that has a spray wall. Like a lot of gyms just, I think space-wise they just don't, but like, which is interesting. I never really realized that. I think Vital's good. I go there. Like I literally, I think it's fine. I definitely think that their setting could be harder. I think the Lower East Side location's a lot harder in a good way. But like, I don't know, it's just like gyms are expensive out here already. Like most gyms, you're like at the very least paying like damn near $100. And Vital's like only a little bit more a month. And you get like way more shit out of it. I think, at least. Personally. How will you celebrate the summer solstice? I don't think I had any plans to do that. You guys liking this ambient music, bro? Such a different vibe than the intelligent drum and bass jungle that I'd be playing normally, but kind of awesome. I love like ambient stuff, but for stream it's kind of fucking fried. Maybe it's a bit more chill, but it is sick. I'm loving it genuinely. Okay, sick. I love this shit. I love very like ambient. This shit's like fucking. I don't know. This is a random ass album I tossed on, but. This is more what I turn on when I need to lock into something. Okay, cool. What up, Bucket? Bucket, do I know you on Instagram? Do you post on Instagram? Or no? I'm trying to remember if I've seen your stuff or not. I do post, but I don't think you know me. Okay. Because there is an artist that I know that's like Bucket Boy on IG, but I didn't know if that was you or not. It's another Bucket in the internet world. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people that... Bucket Boy is cracked? Yeah, Bucket Boy is insane. That dude's almost so cracked that, like, I have a hard time keeping up with, like, what this dude posts. Like, he posts so much that it's, like, almost overwhelming because he's just constantly making insane shit. He's, like, posting, like, he's making a fucking game, and then the next day he's making, like, the most complicated fight scene ever, and then he's back to the game, and then he's back to, like, an entirely different, equally cracked out fight scene. That dude actually somehow seems to, like, do Blender every fucking day, and I don't get it. Like, as somebody who, like, struggles deeply to, like, want to do anything, I find it impressive how he is just on that shit every day. You ever see Toasted Sushi stuff? Dude's unreal? Yeah, for sure. That dude's cracked. He's also making a game, right? I think I saw his game post. His stuff's cool. Bucket Boy is enlightened? Yeah, I think so. My IG isn't the same name as my Twitch, lol. Facts. Well, if you ever want to follow someone named Bucket Boy on IG, he's a similarly bucket-related name. He's cracked the fuck out in Blender. Like, just makes absolutely, like, disgusting fight shit. Like, he like, mainly only does fighting stuff. And he's making, like, a game, and it's crazy. I actually do follow him already. There you go. Bucket. For a second I was like, is this you? But no. Now I know it's not. I've not done the art stream review yet. If people, I said earlier, somebody asked this. I said earlier that if somebody wants me to look at their shit today, feel free. I'm happy to look at stuff right now. But I'll probably like actually post that like on my story and be like doing like an art review stream. And now it's gonna be like probably like a bigger one. Maybe I can do that this week. Be fun. But if people want to do it right now, in terms of just like sending me shit to look at, like I'm also totally down to just look right now. I just want to do like a proper stream where I like post online and probably get like a bunch of random people and like just look at like pages. But like also like if somebody ever hops in, it's like, you want to look at my shit? I would. I want to get at least one character made with a character sheet and an actual post before I sent anything. Facts. That's true. I guess I should give people a heads up if they wanted. I could maybe post something today and be like, hey, like, doing an art stream later this week? I don't know. Maybe. That might be more considerate, but I don't know if I have, I don't know. I get that, though. I get wanting to, like, take time to, get something ready. Prep influencer things prior to the review stream. Or kick MySpace? What? If you're willing to review one of my vids, how can I send it? What do you mean? Like, just, can tell me where it is, like, link me? I think you can send links in this chat. I was gonna ask if there's specific things you'd want in the art to review. like a threshold, so it's not something minor, but that kind of defeats the purpose. Quick question: how did you get around IG compressing your images and fucking up the quality? I think for the art review, I don't really mind what people send me. I think the only thing that I would personally care is that it's mainly 3D stuff. I think that, like, you know, it's like, I would, if somebody was like, hey, like, I have this, like, traditional painting, like, can you review it? I guess I would, but, like, I don't think that's really, like, I said this before, I don't think that, like, that's my, like, authority as much as, like, maybe, like, 3D stuff. I think that, like, I, to an extent, now at this point, have done 3D animation for, like, consistently 6 years almost. I would comfortably say I could, like, give advice in the 3D world, right? It's, like, the most I've dedicated any of my time to, like, a medium or a craft, so, like, that's where I feel I'd have authority to speak and give advice and review, whereas, like, a different medium, not as much. But, like, in terms of what you give me, that's up to you. Like, if you want me to review something, what do you want me to review? I'm just offering my, like, input. It's up to you what you give me. I don't care what you give me. I'll review whatever. It's up to you what you feel you'd want me to, like, give input on, right? If you just want advice on, like, a character that you made, then just give me a character. If you want, like, advice on animation, give me animation, you know? For the question about, like, compression on IG, like, I think that shit's super fucked up. Like, I think it's something, I remember, like, a long time ago when I was, like, first starting to post, me and, like, a few other people would always, like, talk about, like, other low poly artists would talk about, like, image compression and shit. I think that there are, like, allegedly ways to, like, avoid compression, you know, maybe certain file types, certain resolutions work better on IG than others. I do think that's true. I do also, this is my more meta take, I do also think that we, as artists, are looking at our work in a viewport on a monitor, like, for, like, hours and hours and hours and hours on end. So when you do post it on Instagram, that compression, you notice so much more because it looks different to your brain. And then you go look at someone else's work and it's your first time seeing it, and you look at it for, like, an accumulative of 60 seconds, and to you, you don't notice any compression. There's definitely compression, don't get me wrong. Like, Instagram fully, like, sometimes even just, like, you know, like, how it, like, your service, or, like, your internet connection to Instagram servers, how it delves you out of the video sometimes might be low res, you know, like, sometimes you open a video on YouTube and your internet sucks, so, like, you can only load, like, lower res, and it looks bad. I think that that's real and there is compression, fully. But, like, how bad it actually is might be your perception from looking at it on your computer all day for days on end and then posting it, and it's like you notice it more. Because I think that if I look at, like, something that I've posted right now, I think some stuff looks more compressed than others. I don't know. I do think that, like, format does matter. Like, I don't know. It's hard to say. I used to really, like, fret over the compression stuff back in the day. Because it did seem to, like, matter more. But, like, even nowadays, like, going back and looking at some of this older stuff, I'm like, I don't know. Some of my older stuff definitely was more compressed. I think Instagram also might have just gotten better at videos. Because, like, dude, when I was posting in, like, 2021, Instagram didn't care about videos yet. It was, like, before Reels were a thing. So, like, Instagram wasn't as, like, video orientated. But now I feel like since they're, like, Reel pilled, they've gotten better at, like, hosting videos. Because I'm looking at my old shit, and honestly, like, the shit looks way more compressed, and I wasn't doing anything, like, that different. Like, maybe I'm no longer posting in Square? But, like, I don't know. I wonder if Instagram just got better at, like, handling videos and compressing less. After a certain point, I'm looking at this shit and it all kind of just looks the same. But like, I don't do anything that crazy. Like I used to be like, oh, you could upload like AVI file types, and that was like better for Instagram, and like certain like bit rates like mattered, and like X, Y, and Z, and I don't know. I think that like also an important thing that definitely does help with avoiding compression is how many times you're exporting your shit, right? Because there's like, you have to get it out of Blender as a file type that can play. How you do that does affect compression. I render all my shit as image sequences, so there's zero compression out of Blender, because an image sequence is gonna be like as crisp as it gets. There's no, I mean, I'm like rendering with this like fisheye lens, so there's like actual blurring right now happening on these edges, which is fine. But like there's not gonna be any compression, whereas like if you render an MP4 out of Blender, there is gonna be like a little more compression, just natural to the file type. So if you render an MP4 out of Blender and then you put it in a video editing software and then re-render that again as another MP4, that's 2 passes of compression, whereas an image sequence straight into a video editing software and then rendering an MP4 is only 1 round of compression. So that's something to think about. Camera shake is so fucking weird. I guess like rotating the camera is kind of frying it. It needs to be more like just up and down. Depends on the software, but probably just drag and drop. Or is it Scrabble string? How do you import image sequences to edit into? Yeah, I just like literally like I think almost every software you can just do this, but like literally it's like this is the image sequence. And at least in DaVinci, like, I think Premiere does this, but in DaVinci it just plays it. Which is really nice. And then the really cool thing is that, like, as long as you don't change the file paths, this is like this shit, right? Like, so this is my first image sequence. If I wanted to, I could hop back into this project file. Oh no, did I? Oh wait, no, because I did it like this, that's fine. Me getting spooked. This is like this shot, right? I'm at, like, say that I was like, ah, fuck, I really, like, actually wanted this to be, like, I don't know, red, or, like, literally change anything, I don't know, we'll just make it red for the sake of showing. And then if I rendered it, as it's rendering, like, it's literally doing, like, 4 frames or something right now, this just updates. Like, it's like auto-updating as it goes. Like, see how it stops because it hasn't finished rendering the rest of it, but it's rendering like progressively get longer as this renders out, which is really nice. It just auto updates, which is really cool, because then you don't have to fucking like keep changing shit. And I'm like, oh, I need to change it back and like render animation, and it just like it's like constantly pulling from the updated one like immediately, which is really nice. Like really cool. Like I can just do whatever and be like, ah, fuck it. I want him actually over here. Re-render again. I can fucking. Now I'm rendering too crazy, but like update. Look at that. It's like immediate. Now he's freaking out because it's like all updated. That's gonna actually update though, which is cool. It's cool because I don't have to worry about it. Like it just once it's done rendering. And this shit's tight. This is how I do like all my shit. I don't change any of my fucking image sequences. That's why everything is like unnamed here. So that it can just like fucking render properly. And like super easily swap between what I needed to. What up, Levy? I just tried to drag and drop an image sequence into Mova? Mova? I don't know if I know what MOVAVI is. Move the AVI editor, and for some reason it's imported as each individual frame. I mean, it does depend on where you do it in DaVinci. Like in DaVinci, if I do it in this is like certain softwares have different ways of doing it. Like, so in DaVinci, there's like a bunch of different ways to import stuff, and there's like different ways that you can edit. The editing tab is like the like in-depth one where you can like slowly do it, and then DaVinci has what's called cut, which is like supposed to be their like quicker, faster editor. And if you drag and drop in here, it will do it as an image sequence. So, or not as an image sequence, it will like give you each image. So you might just need to figure out for whatever software it is. It's like probably a little different, but I think almost every video editing software should be able to render an image sequence. It's like, it doesn't matter what the file types are too. Like I think maybe like there needs to be like a number going up. Like this is like each frame is individually numbered 1 to 120, right? So it like knows how to read it. So I imagine that's also important.
This track is fucking awesome. Let's go. This is so good. This is a different album though. Top 3 shoes? I don't know. What is a shoe? Shot was so cool. It's too bad I never did anything with it. That doesn't quite work, I don't think. Any tips on how to learn animating characters? I don't know. I mean, like, there's a lot, right? I think that, like, of course, the 12 principles of animation are, like, classic, like, what you, like, need to know. That's obviously, like, gonna get you really far. The Animator Survival Kit's like a great book that's relatively cheap and affordable, and I'm sure there's plenty of it already online for free if you want to like actually look at like documented stuff about animation and like kind of core fundamentals of like animating. I also think that like there is just like a kind of like perception, tuning your brain to be more aware of like movement. I think that like with any form of art, there's like the brain referencing its understanding of the thing that you're trying to create. So in traditional 2D art, when drawing characters, people really, like people that get really cracked at it, like spend a lot of time doing figure drawings and studying very core fundamentals of the human body, so that when they are drawing later just for fun, they have this like visual library to like reference, and they can basically like look into their mind and see these like poses and shapes and silhouettes and whatnot. And in animation it's the same thing. And the beautiful thing about digital animation is that it's really easy to like record reference and put reference into the software and look at it side by side when doing animation, and that's a great way to practice. But also there is just kind of this like vibe of like knowing how like movement works and insinuating said movement. The practice makes perfect. Like, of course, literally just having a rig that you can like easily move around and like practice animating just random shit like walk cycles and whatnot is like really important. So, you know, I would just hop in Blender with a character rig and try some shit. It's the only way that you'll progress. What's going on? What up? Jerome was not built in a day. That's an awesome name. Jerome. It's actually really funny. What up, dude? I don't think this is quite going how I want it to, but we'll see. No bug in here, what the hell? Oh, it's like a mosquito. Oh, I killed it too. What the fuck? I like killed it, but it like fell somewhere crazy. Where did that just go? What? Oh no. How the fuck was there a mosquito in here? I must have had the door open earlier, which is a little fucked up. That's sketch. Mosquito in the house is whack. It was weird because I like hit it, it landed on my shirt and I hit it, and then it kind of like, I think I missed it a little bit, but it like probably was still enough force to probably kill it because it's, you know, so small. And it kind of just like fell, like it just like dropped down and it like landed on my chair somewhere and I'm like, I can't. Or like I think it landed on my chair, I don't know. The problem is that like my chair is just like pitch black, so I'm like any little mosquito body I like can't see. I don't know. Maybe I didn't kill it? What the fuck? It often comes back to the fundamentals, doesn't it? Yeah, for sure. I think that like it's like the most annoying thing that you hear when you're starting out, but like as I've gotten older and I've done more, I'm like, it makes so much sense. Like it's so like it's the same thing with everything. Like making even the most stylized of art is understanding the basics of whatever the medium is, because in order to make the stylized one, you have to know what you're abstracting, right? Stylized art, something that's stylized is an abstraction. It's changing something that we all fundamentally understand already. If I make low poly art, I'm minimizing, I'm like abstracting, I'm lowering the detail of something that we all know. The only way to make that actually look good is by like understanding what it looks like in detail and like higher quality, knowing what detail to maintain. And it's the same with the software itself. Like you still need to know how to like utilize these like crazy tools that might only be like necessary for higher poly stuff, because then you understand how to utilize it to make these like simpler decisions. I don't know. It's I don't know. Do you use any specific rigging method? For all of my like humanoid characters, I use auto rig
or is it Rigify? It's whichever one this is. The human meta rig, and then it's Rigify. I use Rigify. And then like I occasionally make my own rigs. Like this little guy, he's like a bit more wonky and tiny, so I have him on his own rig. It just depends. I recommend learning rigging if you're not familiar with it. But it just makes like life easier when you're
know, I was joking about this earlier, but genuinely, would you ever do some kind of product placement if reached out to do so in a video? Where would you draw the line and what exists in your world? I definitely don't think that I would like. I don't know. If somebody like hit me up and was like, "Hey, we have a bag of chips. Can you put it in your next video?" I probably want to do that. But if the bag of chip company was like, "Hey, can you make a ad for our chips in your style?" I would do that. I don't mind working for companies to make money so that I can pay rent, but I don't think that I would ever do like product placement. I don't know. I guess it depends. It would be kind of funny if it was like weird enough, you know? Like if it was like some company being like, "Dude, like can you put like like I don't know, just like some random like very generic brand hitting me up being like, "Dude, can you like show Windex in your animation?" That'd be kind of funny. Now I'm all paranoid that the fucking mosquito in my apartment is attacking me and I didn't actually kill it. We need this playlist every day, so serene. It is nice and chill, huh? The drum and bass because my troll doppelganger to cause havoc. What? My troll. My troll doppelganger. Sounds so scary. Don't start yawning again. Last time people started going to bed at 2 p.m. I've been yawning this whole stream. What are you talking about? And then you say it and I yawn. Oh my god. I'm always tired, yo. Always. I'm gonna pause music. Hold on, sorry.
が出てるスープですね。それに一番マッチするようなやり方になってるので、どうしても醤油ベースがおすすめです。タレの中にはいろいろと入ってます。タレの中にはいろいろと入ってます。もちろん醤油あれ2つがおすすめです。タレの中にはいろいろと入ってます。もちろん醤油タレの中にはいろいろと入ってます。もちろん醤油あるいは塩ですね。それから旨味成分とかそういったものが入っておりまして、それから旨味成分とかタレの中にはいろいろと入ってます。もちろん醤油あるいは塩ですね。それから旨味成分とかそういったものが入っておりまして、あとは企業秘密ということで。おすすめするとしたら醤油ラーメンですね。だしが出てるスープですね。それに一番マッチするようなやり方になってるので、どうしても醤油ベースがおすすめです。タレの中にはいろいろと入ってます。もちろんタレの中に醤油ベースがおすすめです。タレの中にはいろいろと入ってます。もちろん醤油あるいは塩ですね。それから旨味成分とかそういったものが入っておりまして、おすすめするとしたら醤油ラーメン、だしが出てるスープですね。それに一番マッチするようなやり方になってるので、どうしても醤油ベースがおすすめです。タレの中にはいろいろと入ってます。もちろん醤油あるいは塩ですね。それから旨味成分とかそういったものが入っておりまして、あとは企業秘密ということで。マッチするようなやり方になってるので、どうしても醤油ベースがおすすめです。タレの中にはいろいろと入ってます。もちろん醤油あるいは塩ですね。それから旨味成分とかそういったものが入っておりまして、あとは企業秘密ということで。
My hair looks fucking crazy. I look insane. My hair, like, I cut it and then like it's like short, way shorter than my hair normally was, but now it's like feels long and grown out because of how much shorter I cut it, which is frying me. It's killing me. So weird. It's so interesting. Like I'm like, whoa, my hair feels really crazy and long, even though it's way shorter than the last cut. I don't understand that. Sleepy Hina equals Sleepy Alec. I think so. I am about done streaming, I think. There's like one other shot that I want to animate, and there's a few other details that I want to do, but I think I'm gonna bounce. It's 5 already. But I think I'm gonna stream in like a day or two again. So we'll be back. I just needed to get on for a second at least. Can't bounce without a chess match? Sure. Okay. I'll do that first. It's real. It's really real. And a Scrabble? No. No. No shot Scrabble's happening. I haven't been playing chess, which is kind of fucked up. I've been a little off my game. Elden Ring? What? No. Carol Khan Classic. Playing the advanced variation. I go pawn c4 or 5. Yeah, no chess. Waiting for this knight. Oh my god, he blocks it, so I play bishop instead here. To get it out. He's gonna play bishop here. Wow. Who would have thunk? I'll take and then I go here. And I, get my pieces out. I go here. Go here. 2 attackers. Takes. Or I take, he takes. Then I go here instead. Now I have all my attackers. He's gonna go rook here. I guess he could go bishop here. I don't know. Either rook d1 or bishop e3. Elden Ring speedrun? Dude, no shot. Okay. What is his idea? If I take, he goes here. And then it's pinned, which is whack, I guess. So you want to go here? I guess I'll play this. I'm not going to be able to take that pawn because of bishop e3 after. Yeah, he plays bishop e3. Which is kind of tempting to take, but I'm not going to do that. I'll play this with the idea of maybe something like this. Before you head out, could I get your thoughts on this piece I worked on? Okay, I'll check it out in a sec. I'm going to go ahead and castle. This is fine. Is there like a sacrifice that I don't understand that I'm about to get like fucked on? Oh, he just gets to take that piece. I was like, what? I was like, on for him. Might be cooked, guys. This guy is doing tactics that I'm not seeing right now. Okay. This knight's frying me. I'm gonna play something like this. Well, actually, no, this is fine. Play something like, go defend this. Take. This is fine and defended. Okay. I mean, he got a pawn. That was kind of a clever tactic. I just said technique and tactic at the same time. He wants to do something like this. He'll probably play this first. Well, no, can't do that. Honestly, really want to put my knight here. But that's not gonna work. Should have just taken that trade earlier. Brutal. Who is gonna tell? What? What happened? I guess this is like a reasonable move with the idea of like being in a bit more of an active position, like in case he does do. I don't know. This move might have been kind of whatever. He doesn't really have any active play either, surprisingly. It's weird. Like, he got that pawn, but we're both kind of inactive. My worry is that he'll activate. His knight can't really come. I guess he could go here. Here go queen, here, but like, I don't know. Everything's kind of chill right now. Maybe like queens or like bishop trade take, then he plays this. I do that, so maybe this move is kind of good actually as the next one. I just wanted to get my queen somewhere a little more interesting, but well, I guess he doesn't want to get rid of his bishop, but now I guess he can because I don't have two attackers on it. I don't fucking know. Dude's from Argentina, bro. He just took a big fat L yesterday in the World Cup. And we serve him another L. Well, wait, hold on. Rook. The song is scary now, by the way. It's not scary, but no, it is scary. Need to change this song. Put on Fortet, bro. Back to Fortet. Evil ass song at the ATF. What the fuck? Nah, yeah, that song was scary. Okay. I wondered if he was gonna do this. What is... I take he can go queen here. But now I can play like something like this. And then if he takes... Or if he takes, I take. Oh, well, hold on. No, I'll take with this. Just to avoid anything too precarious. Me head bobbing to Evil Song. Bro wishes. I guess he can take here now, which is kind of whatever. Kind of fried, but I think I need to play this move, which sucks. I'm gonna play this move. I don't like it, but whatever. I think I have no choice. is a bad position, yo. But to be fair to me, I've not played chess in like a week or something. Literally, probably the last chess match I played was the one I did on stream. I've been tapped out of chess again. As I kind of go, I ebb and flow out of chess. The idea is that if he takes, I take. I don't think this bothers me. It does bother me. I get checkmated. Okay, hold on. Let's redo this. Or not game rematch. Let's do another one. That was beyond fried on my part. Damn GG. Yeah, that was fried. I'm like, that was bad. That was bad. We run it back though. We run it back. That was just like a not good match on my part. And that guy had nice little tactics. I'll give him that much. This dude kind of stinks. He's just like, he's like playing fast and taking trades that aren't advantageous for him. Like, bro thinks like if I move fast enough, I like. This dude sucks, bro. I'm sorry. This guy's bad. This guy's bad. I'm not losing that punt. I guess I should just like go ahead and play something like this first. Then if he plays this to defend this, I go up. I also think possibly hang his bishop if he decides to activate his queen, like by going here or some shit. Well, I guess that, no, that does activate, but poorly. I don't know. If he removes his queen from defending the bishop right now, rook takes and can't take back his pinned. Maybe something like queen h1 or queen h8 to like move it out of the way. This is a much better match. Another guy from Argentina, bro. He just hung his queen or his bishop. This is exactly what I said was gonna happen. He wanted to activate it and then just forgot that it was gonna be hung because it's pinned. Called that shit. Go here. He takes, I guess. Actually, let me just stack my rooks first, I guess. honestly not sure what his next move is here. He steps out of the way. If I take, I'm threatening mate. I think he hung me. Okay, this is why chess fries me, bro. I play a dude who's cracked and has nice little tactics, and then I do a match where a guy hangs mate in 22 moves. I think I hung mate in 22 moves, actually. I was the Chud last match. The Chud plays the Chud. The Chud overcomes being a Chud by playing another Chud. That's chess, bro. Chess is just Chuds in levels of Chudness, bro. Everybody's a fucking Chud, including me, bro. GG's. That's it. He out-chudded a Chud. I got chudded. And then I found Elo is a Chud allegory. Exactly. Alright, guys. That's it. I'm done. I gotta go. Let's do a review stream this week, though. Like maybe on the weekend. I think that might be better for people, right? I'm fried. Let's do Chud stream later this week. I gotta change my title to like Chud does Blender. I'm a Chud. I really think I'm a Chud, you guys. I'm gonna be honest. I really feel like a Chud. I like embody the Chud, you know? I'm gonna be on a vacay? Shit? Oh my god. Okay, I don't know. If you're a Chud, I'm cooked. Never that title, do not lie. Okay. Guys. Alright, GG's everybody. Thanks for hanging out. That was a quick little stream. I'll do another one like on Wednesday. I think on Wednesday is the next day I'll stream. Okay, GG's. Bye guys. Thanks for hanging. Peace. Bye.